Put your hands together for the very funny Mr. Rojo Perez.
What is up? Good, good. Hey, how's it going? Hey, sir, saw you earlier. Hey, buddy, nice to see you. You made it. Dude, sweet beard. We're doing it! It was fun. We're here. This is exciting. You guys sound excited. I'm excited. Hi. I'm in a great mood. I feel great. I just had a 2-year anniversary of the worst breakup I ever had. Let's talk about it. This will be fun, right? I'm not bitter. Here we go. I got dumped once after putting on the best sexual performance of my life, like the top. Like the thing is, there's a few people like here who know me, like, you know, I usually won't talk about these things, but if my performance were an athlete, it would have been some sort of Asian gymnast. We expected to be good, but that came out of nowhere. I was spinning, it was fun. And I've talked to friends, and they're like, Ro, you're just bitter. You're bitter she left you. I'm like, no, I get it. People break up, you're not supposed to be with each other. I understand how it works. What bothered me was I felt she didn't know the rule. There's enough ladies in this room, and I'm sure you're gonna agree, the rule is, if I make you come, that buys me at least 2 weeks. Like, I didn't make it up. Like, I asked the ladies in my life, I asked my 2 roommates who are female, they knew about the rule. Like, I asked the lady who asked me for change every day when I go to work, she knew the rule. Like, I asked my mom, like, my mom knew the rule. Mom was like, yeah, that's a rule. You can only make a woman come when it's true love, and you should button up because it's cold outside. I was in a great mood. I think what I've realized is I just don't deal well with rejection. Like, our last conversation ended with her going, you wouldn't know a good time if it sat on your face. I responded, nipple piercings are stupid. Nobody likes your nipple piercings. You can't pierce mosquito bites, and hung up. I get it. That 2 years later, I know that's mean. My bad. But the thing is, I think it all goes back to sex. Because for some reason, I treat sex like a shooting star. Where it's like, odds are you'll see it again, but you never really know. Like, it's that last train and I need to be on it. Because the thing is, when I'm with somebody, when I'm with a lady, when I'm intimate, when I'm about to come, the only thing that comes out of me is my heart. Some flowers and candy, some Enrique Iglesias music at times. I told that story the other day, and there was a girl in the front row, and she goes, oh, fuck you, random lady. Clearly you've never had a penis full of rainbows inside of you. That is how we're starting this set. Here we go. I wish I could stop smoking. Anybody else smoke cigarettes here? Yeah? Can you stop whenever you want? Now, I for the longest time, I swore I could. Till the other night, I had to, like, finally admit it. Like, I'm addicted to cigarettes. How do I know? Because the other night, fantasy me stopped in the middle of a dream to go have a smoke break. Like, I had a spacesuit on. Like, I was ready to go to space. And they were like, you can't smoke in here. I was like, I'll be right back. And I left. I left the shuttle. Like, I saw myself outside, like, with a foot on a wall and, like, one helmet in one hand and a cigarette in the other, just puffing away. But I'm sure this mission can wait. No hurry. Thank you guys so much for coming to the show. I love this show. I was out of town for a little bit. I went back home, and I'm from Puerto Rico, and it's weird because I don't go home a lot. Because, like, they don't get what this is. Like, me performing in the back of a bar for free beer doesn't make sense. Like, it's not a life plan I've chosen. Like, my mom's always like, what do you mean you get paid in free beers? Well, I'm an alcoholic, I know what I'm doing. Like, I have a plan. But it's the thing where it's like, we won't talk about comedy. Like, she refused. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, she treats it like that bastard kid. But it's like, maybe if you never talk about it, it'll just disappear like your dad did. Like, that's how she treats it. And it's such a thing where it was like, I went home last time, I was like, no, we're adults. Like, I pay most of my rent. Like, I'm an adult. Like, we're gonna fucking talk about this. And I had just lost my joke notebook. Which is a pretty adult thing to say, by the way. my joke note, but she looked at me. The best she came up with was, well, at least you lost it before you got good. She's a natural. She was meant to have kids. She is the worst. It's weird because I think they just come from like that mindset of like, well, you grow up, you get a job, you get married, you have kids, and you work till you die for your kids. Like that's just how, like that mindset. Like the conversation came up with my mom of like why I don't date Spanish women. Or what she said was, why so many white women? That was her phrasing. But she said it with this innocence. Like she said it when a little kid's just like, why is the sky blue? Like wanting to know, and it wasn't a mean way. I couldn't be honest. I couldn't be like, oh, white women find me exotic? Like borderline dangerous even? Like I couldn't look at my mom and be like, I date white women because white women date me. And white women date me because I'm brown enough to get their parents angry, but not brown enough to hit them. Just have her question where her dad went wrong. Know what I mean? That was a good one, thank you. Some of them are for me. Nobody ever goes postal anymore. I kind of miss those stories. I feel like the closest we get now is like somebody losing their cell phone contacts. Like that's the extreme where it's like, I went to a Sprint store and this lady got angry, but she got like impressive angry. Like the type of anger you pull your kids closer. Like you remember when you were a kid, somebody would yell in the store, your mom would grab your hand and be like, don't make eye contact. Just keep it, put the cheese puffs down, we're leaving. Put the cheese puffs down. Like it was that sort of anger, and she just let go on this Sprint worker. Like I felt bad because she was like, Tanya, I brought my phone in with contacts, Tanya, where are my contacts? I felt bad because like, I'm sorry, we couldn't like save them, like we couldn't keep them. She was like, well, couldn't, Tanya, they had contacts when they were in here. Let me speak to your manager, Tanya. And this is where I fell in love with Tanya, because she goes, I don't think he has them either. Like, Me and three people started slow clapping. Like there was a guy behind me who was like, bitch, you just got told, and just left. You guys